Okay, so I want to show you all something about my 2001 Ford F-150. I'm doing a spark plug change on my truck. And yes, I'm one of those people who I don't wear gloves. I don't give a shit. So I'm going to show you right now. I've already got all the plugs out on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side of the engine. This is the even-numbered side of the engine. Pretty simple, straightforward. Just unplug everything to each injector and unplug the little harness to the ignition coil, and they'll come right out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy on the right hand side, on the passenger side. The problem is when we get over to the driver's side of the engine, and there's all this crap in the way. This bracket mounts at this hole here and these two holes here, and this is your power steering fluid canister, and it mounts on these two brackets right here and this bracket down here at this little port right here. These wires hold into this. You're going to have to unplug the wiring harness to your EGR, one of your EGR sensors, and you're going to have to unplug this harness. Your green one from your vacuum tube, your black one from this part right here, and your red one from this little thing down here on your fuel rail, which if I can get a better angle, I'll show you. This thing right here. Again, same thing on the passenger side. Unplug each one to each of your injectors and your ignition coils. The problem that you will have on the driver's side is cylinder 8 is right here. It is extremely hard to get something in here to get this bolt off. This is a 7mm bolt that holds in your ignition coil. These two pipes right here, you pretty much have to take multiple extensions on your bit and stick it in over top of this right here, and you know, all that crap. This is why I hate working on Fords, because everything is over here on the driver's side and it's in the way. So that's one problem, but that's easily solvable. The other problem is cylinder 1 is right down there. I haven't taken the spark plug out of it yet because I wanted to show you all this. If you are working on a 2001 Ford F-150 with a 4.6 liter V8, and I believe the 5.4 liters have the same setup, you're going to have to remove this bracket just to get to the cylinder 1 spark plug. You might be able to do it without demounting the pump. I demounted the pump. But you cannot move these things out of the way, because this one runs from this over to here. I don't know what this is. And this runs all the way back to the firewall right here. If I can get I can't get a good shot for you. It runs into something. I don't know what it runs into. But in order to get the spark plug out of cylinder 1, which I'm going to go ahead and drop my thing in there and get it seated properly. Okay, now I'm seated. As you can see, wiring harness already in the way. That can be moved out of the way with a little kajiggering. Now, okay, this is the hard part. Once you're seated, now I'm fully seated. Okay, this is why Fords are so difficult to work on. You could take a universal joint like this and multiple ones and wrangle it its way up. It's not really recommended, especially if you're trying to break loose spark plugs. So we're going to see. Oh, I might have got it. Yeah, I got it. This is the problem with spark plugs, or with a spark plug replacement on a 2001 Ford F-150. Folks, I am fully convinced Ford did not think this through when they built this 4.6 liter engine. Because it should not be this hard to get to a spark plug. Subaru is not as much better because those boxer engines are on the side and you have to remove a battery, which is like over here, you know. And then you got engines where it's like underneath the firewall back there. I hope I got it. And moment of truth. Aha, I did. But yeah, I wanted to show you all that. If you're working on a 2001 Ford F-150 and you're trying to do your own spark plug repairs at home, you've got to take this bracket off, which mounts this bracket right here, which mounts this. Too many things to mount in places and too much wasted space up here that the engine could have been moved forward to. This is one of the most difficult cars to work on. Now, I will show you something else. And hopefully my dad's truck alarm does not go off. Okay. My dad has a 2004 Chevy Trailblazer. And I can't find the thing to pop his hood up with. Well, I had it. Okay, there it is. Ugh, got it. And let me try to find spark plugs here. But as you can see, his engine is much cleaner. Not a lot of stuff really in the way. All the stuff's mounted back there. All the stuff is mounted out of the way. This is a much easier engine, probably, to replace spark plugs on. Ford, why can't you do this crap? I'll tell you why. Because Ford don't care. Oh, now I gotta slam his hood. So yeah, I would rather work on that Trailblazer than this. I know there's a lot more simpler engines out there. I'd rather work on them. This has been your public service announcement by Windcharger Prime. So thank y'all for watching, and I'm out.